Hi, my name is Dr. Erwin Handoko, and this is IBM SPSS Introduction. If this is your first time hearing the word SPSS, you might be wondering what creature or food SPSS is. No, this is not a food or creature. This is a statistical analysis tool that helps you understand your data better. The term SPSS is an acronym, and it stands for Statistical Package for Social Sciences. It's been widely used in various fields, especially social science. It helps you in analyzing your data from simple analysis like calculating the average of your data to a more sophisticated analysis like analysis of variance. When you open SPSS, the very first thing that you will see is the welcome window. And here you will have the quick link to go to your most recent files, and you can also click new dataset if you just want to start from fresh dataset. There is also a quick link to sample files that SPSS provides you. I like to use these sample files to practice, so although they have the option for me not to see the welcome window again, I like to uncheck it. So let's start with new dataset. When you open SPSS, by default, you'll see two windows. One is the data editor window that looks like a spreadsheet, and the second one is the output window that looks like this. This is where you will see the results of your analysis, the tables, and the graphs. Right now we are not seeing anything yet because we have not done any analysis. And we are going to see more of this window later in the course. Right now, let's go to the data editor window. As you can see here, the data editor window is composed of rows and columns, and each row represents a case, a research participant, or maybe a research subject. And each column here represents a variable that identifies the case or the research participant. Here is an example. In this example, you can see that we have 10 research participants from 1 to 10. And each research participant has 4 variables: name, age, gender, and group. Let's go back to our blank spreadsheet. If you type something here, by default, SPSS will automatically create a variable for you. So if you type next to it, you'll see another variable is created for you. And this is just for the first case or first research subject. You can modify the name of each of the variables by going to the variable view down here. Please take note that data editor window has 2 view modes, and one is data view, which is we are looking at right now, and the second one is variable view. So you can see here there are 2 variables. Let's go back to the data view. It's the same name, VAR 00001 and VAR 00002. In the variable view mode, each row represents a variable. You can modify the name of the variable by typing on top of it. For example, I'm going to change this to name, and this is going to be grade, and this is going to be favorite movie type, movie genre. Oops, it turns out that IBM SPSS has some rules about naming. I'm going to put the link to the rules at the bottom of this video. There are 2 things that I want you to pay attention to. One is there should be no space in the name of your variable, and second, do not put a number at the beginning of the name of your variable. So I'm just going to change this to movie. Okay. If you want to add more information to your variable, you can go to label and type in the details of the variable. By default, IBM SPSS has assigned the types of my variable to each of the variable that we created. Like here, because I want it to be a name and I've already typed in John previously, IBM automatically recognized the text. But I want the characters to be more than just 4 letters, so I'm just going to put maybe 20 letters. And for grade, it already assigned numeric, but for the grade I don't want to have a decimal, so I'm going to change the decimal to 0. And for the movie type, I'm going to change the decimal to 0 too. Let's go to measure. There are 4 types of measure in a quantitative data: nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. For SPSS, interval and ratio are combined into scale. So for name, I'm going to assign nominal to it. For grade, I'm going to select scale. And for movie, I'm going to select ordinal. Now I want to point out 2 values. Now values is really helpful if you have different groups of data. For example, for this variable, I want to have 3 groups. One is action, second is drama, the third is horror. So I'm going to assign 1 for action, 2 for drama, then click add, and then 3 for horror, and then click add or enter. Now I have 3 categories of movies that the student in my research group are going to select. Okay, so I'm going to click OK. Let's say John here is a 12th grade student who likes drama. You can select drama here, and then me is an 11th grade student who likes action movies, so you can select action. Brandon is a 10th grade student who likes horror movie. You can select horror. Now if you do it correctly, if you click here value labels, it will automatically change the labels to numbers, and if you click it one more time, it will automatically change it to the label. So that's how you code a variable. After you have entered all the data that you wanted to enter, you can save the file by going to File and then Save As, and save it in the place that you can access easily.